which I, Officer Mike Murphy, third generation law enforcement, am the arresting officer. As a rookie with the Connecticut Police State Department, I have very little experience on this night of October 28, 2010. Most of my knowledge was strictly textbook or from the classroom. But on this night of October 28th, I will be faced with the real thing. If I confess, I would be frightened. I never seen an out-of-control playwright. Again, this local of Metro College was full of them. The TD was launching the TD State Department was launching an all-state policy on how to deal with these so-called actors and their so-called works in progress. I set forth on this damp and chilly night, thinking only on my mind, thinking about some coffee at the local Red Barn Cafe. I responded at exactly at 7:03 p.m. to the distress call in which an out-of-control playwright, male, possibly a masculine, female, Caucasian, Asian, Afro-American, or Native American, at approximately 145 to 230 pounds. He was holed up in a local building known as the Clark Center. He was last seen abusing a Xerox machine which was filled with a station typing, in which he succeeded himself on a cold takeout pizza and flat can Coke. He was out of control, and he had a monologue. He was wild enough to deliver. Yes, wild enough to deliver. He would attack unarmed civilians with his anger, and it was my duty to stop him. I suddenly dug for my training from abnormal psych.
Ah! Nada! Reading! Meredith!
I knew from my training that I had to gain rapport and trust. Hey, I know you. You're the fellow from the Guard Art Center. I thought your play had promise.
A fucking promise they said I didn't keep. That's why they say you had promise. Just so they can then say you haven't lived up to it.
Hey, why do they know, huh? A bad review in the day, huh? Nada, Rhea, Meredith. My goal here was to get him to turn around and cuff him and get him out of the theater. Hey man, tonight looks dark, but only can get better, right? Sometimes you gotta touch space. To touch solid ground.
I didn't just touch ground, man. This is where I live. And clean up the scratch from my NEA, man. My life is marriage. That translates into shit. Make that your undiluted. Shit!
I feel the same way, man. But hang it up after my shift to call him to the family. The family can be your shelter from the cold, your oasis.
I don't want to leave.
Let it out, even if it is unmanly. Call for your mother to see if that helps.
My mother, that demented old woman, I loved her, I guess, but her love was sick. Sicker than my dad's, and he used the stick. Their love was sick. A sick, sick thing. They rained their blows onto me. I could feel their pain, but it just added onto mine.
Surely there's someone you can call in your life. Your wife?
My wife is from mythology. Media is Manos. Medusa laid back. Compared to her, people are frightened of her at parties. She is frigid and unfaithful. Bad combination.
The suspect fit the psychiatric profile perfectly. Hostile to his parents. Seductive mother, brutal dad. Psychosexual love-hate for his romantic partners which have psychosexual tendencies.
I can't even pee. I prostrate my own prostrate. Unseated turn toxic. Ushed. Love. Back up. It's vile. I can't come. I can't go.
See? Suspect is beginning a monologue, the one about his deadly dick. Now here for reinforcements. This guy's vocal. I don't know if I can hold it though. He's warming up to me. I think I have his trust. Hey man, would you like to make a call? You're allowed one call. To a buddy?
I had a friend, but he went to the old meal without me. I didn't resent him. He resented me.
Maybe you even picked up a check once at a wine.
From where? They turned me down at midnight in Minneapolis in the winter. They turned me down. I was offered a job, but I decided to move in with a woman with money.
You found love.
She had a laptop and a printer. I needed love. Love was secure.
Suspect is becoming maudlin and trite.
Every time I get close to a woman, I start to hate them. Every time I'm offered something from a woman, I start to back away. I hate them when I want to love them. The depression is deepening my neutral over detail. I can't even stand looking at them maybe from behind. Trust me. I hate my meat trait.
He's firing up indiscriminately in everyone in his life that having a psychosexual, homophobic tendencies with homophilia tendencies.
Why don't you just fade over before your hip-hop job?
Hey, you might not have to do hard time. You might not have to get off with a suspended or with a simple warning. Hey, why don't we go over to the local bar, have some sushi, or have a drink, a beer? My only option now is to get him into cuff him and lock him in the squad car. I thought your play had promise.
I don't even have that.
That was nothing compared to your one act in Louisville.
Oh, you should have seen the production. The director was crazy. The set designer was his lover.
Sure he was. The original voice I heard downtown was gone, replaced by a derivative tone to pathos turned to bathos.
You should have seen in Buffalo when I directed it. My wife played my mother. I know it sounded bad, but that's the best we had. I gotta let it out. It even scares me. I'm on fire. I can't pee. I can't screw. I can't sleep.
Maybe we get through the night.
Oh, thank the Lord for I am taken under surprise by the sunrise.
Suspect is slipping in a cheap rhyme and all sorts of fake alliteration. Call your cars! Call your cars! Tell him! This guy's gonna go! This guy's gonna go!
Totalitarian turd, you night crawling nerd.
I knew from the moment that he would finally snap on this night of October 28, 2010. We don't want you in hurt! Drop it! Drop that script!
This is all that I have left. My life is married, but it's beautiful to say. I'm going to Ontario to be a stage playwright.
I didn't want to use force, but I had no choice. I pulled the trigger exactly when he said stage playwright. The TV was launching on all sorts of a strict policies on these so-called playwrights. Don't let go to a stage production. Bust it in the beginning. Don't let go to a cold reading. I knew that if I hadn't pulled the trigger, he would have attacked everyone in the vicinity with unoriginal and cliche ideas. I didn't want to pull the trigger, but I had no choice. The TV was launching a completely all-stage production. He would have made a complete monologue. He would have made it a full-stage production. He would have made it into a Broadway musical. Instead, I consorted with my fellow officers and I would have gotten counseling from him, but it was too late. He would instead be on one of those obscure plays which would never see the light of day. He never had a real opening night. He was dead on arrival.